Educational requirements and professional standards. According to the National Organization for Human Services, human service professional is a generic term. The reason that it's a generic term is that human services as a profession is a very broad umbrella-like category. This category includes a wide variety of employment settings and a wide variety of clients. And that setting and those clients will really dictate what your job title or duty is, and it can vary greatly from agency to agency. You can be in a group home, a correctional facility, a daycare, a youth service agency. Really sort of just depends on the position that they offer at that particular agency. In this field, it's very important to realize that there are educational and licensing requirements needed to work in the human service field. Make sure that you're aware of what the requirements are for the state in which you live and the position or the job which you would like to hold. There are many degrees offered under the field of human services that range from associates to a PhD. An associate's degree is a 2-year degree, roughly around 60 credits. Again, this may differ depending on the particular school that you're at and the particular program. A bachelor's degree, which is the next step up, which has about 120 credits. From there, you have a master's degree, which is an additional 30 to 60 credits on top of your bachelor's, and a PhD. That is an additional 120 credits. So sort of think of it as a ladder. Begins with the associate degree and moves up to the PhD. Here at LCC, we offer 2 associate's degrees and a diploma in the Human Services program. Our diploma is 16 credits, and that actually can be included into the Applied Associate Degree in Human Services, which is an AAS, which means you can go right out into the field and work. And we also have an AS in social work. That is a transfer-only degree, so it's very important to realize that with the AS in social work, the only thing you could do is transfer that degree into another college. It has a lot of general education courses, so it makes for an easier transfer. If you're looking to work in the field or go back, the AA in Human Services offers both of those. You can go work in the field as perhaps a case manager or an activities director, a mental health technician, or you can go back to school and pursue your bachelor's degree. It offers both of those. Each level has different requirements and different standards, so we're going to take a look at some of those next. Table 1.1 is a multidiscipline degree requirement table. This table can be found in your book in Chapter 1. It does not include the associate's degree. It starts off with the bachelor's degree. So under degree, you're going to see BA or BS. BA is a Bachelor of Arts. BS is a Bachelor of Science. And what that means is just really your gen ed more liberal arts classes, or are there more science courses? You can get a BA or a BS in Human Services. With a BS in Human Services, you can be a board certified practitioner. You can sit for that licensing exam and possibly earn that credential. Possible careers: caseworker, anything from a caseworker to a behavioral management aide to a group home worker. There's a whole list that you can read there. Under that, you have a BA or BS in psychology or sociology. Again, BA, BS mean the same thing as they did above. Jobs are also very similar. The BSW, that is a Bachelor's of Social Work. That comes from a social work program, and that program has to be accredited by the CSWE. So it's something for you to take note if you're looking at any social work programs, to make sure that they do have that accreditation if you want to sit for the licensing exam. Upon passing that licensing exam, you would be an LSW, which is a licensed clinical social worker. Again, possible careers very similar to the 2 bachelor's degrees in front of them. Next, we're going to move on to a master's degree. So you have an MA or an MS. Same thing here. It's a Master's of Arts and a Master's of Science. And it really just depends on what those gen ed courses that you've taken, if they are more liberal arts in nature or science in nature. There are a wide variety of academic majors for a master's degree. Our book only touches upon a few. This one is counseling psychology. With this degree, you can be licensed as a licensed clinical professional on graduation, again, working in private practice or some governmental agencies, or at some of the jobs prior to that, just to step up the job ladder. You can, after receiving your master's degree, be a licensed clinical professional counselor. This, however, would need 3,000 post-grad supervised hours, which means you'd have to work under someone who could be your supervisor, who holds that license or a doctoral license and can be your supervisor. Next, we have the MSW. MSW is a master's in social work. Upon graduation, you can be a licensed social worker, or you can be a licensed clinical social worker. Make sure this program, if this is what you're looking at, is accredited by the CSWE so you can sit for those exams. The licensed clinical social worker needs 3,200 postgraduate supervised hours in order to sit for that exam. The next tier is the doctoral tier. So you have a doctorate of psychology and a doctorate of philosophy in psychology. One thing our book is missing is there actually is a DSW, which is a doctorate in social work. Unfortunately, our book didn't put it into this table. But there are a wide variety of doctorate degrees also in subject matter. You could get one in human services too. When you see something like PsyD and the PhD, realize that the PhD really goes about the philosophy of what's going on, where the PsyD focuses on the content matter. Both of these degrees can be licensed and have very similar employment settings. The takeaway from this video really is to know what are the educational requirements, what do I want to do with my life, where would I want to go, and kind of get an idea of, do I want to further my education, or am I looking to do an associate's degree or just a diploma, which, again, it's no simple feat, as any of these degrees aren't. It's a good thing to kind of have an idea and say, this is where I want to start and this is where I want to work up to. Have a nice